This is the other side of Breakthrough News.
Actually makes you think that the building of democracy is actually advanced much more in places like Venezuela.
Yeah.
Regardless of what the results are on the 6th of December in Caracas, we know that there's actually been a democratic process that has involved millions of people in actually making profound decisions on their lives.
Yes.
And that the decisions don't end on that election day.
Right.
Versus the US, where we see a country that is mired into sort of making decision between worse and a little bit worse, with not being able to actually make those profound decisions for themselves.
Right. No, I think that's such a good point. And I mean, it's to swing back to an earlier point we made, I mean, these other elections, I mean, there's really a serious question about the future of neoliberalism. And that's exactly what's not on the table in the United States. I mean, we've already seen, and you know, for those of you who follow Breakthrough News, you've seen the video that we did about Joe Biden. I mean, on the one hand, he's saying, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. On the other hand, in the private meetings with Wall Street donors, he's saying stuff like, nothing will fundamentally change. He's telling them he's proposing no major legislation, or no legislation at all, he said, to address income inequality and the excesses in corporate America, which, as I point out in the video, is wild because he actually is proposing those changes. So, like, who's he really lying to? And then you've got the Democrats in Congress also putting points out saying that they are not going to, be super aggressive on a whole range of policies. And you see at the end, I mean, we're in this situation in the U.S., and you know this well, it's like a Faustian bargain every 4 years, where it's assumed that since you have no agency and you have no ability to affect things, you just have to accept one of the lesser of two evils. And there's never a conversation about how do we break that binary and really start to create a ground where neoliberalism can be challenged in a real way. And to me, this is what the whole argument comes down to. What is the explanatory power we give to elections? I mean, I think elections, to me, mediate disputes within the system. They don't necessarily lead to transformative change of the system itself.